Hello, everybody. This is conservative white Christian male. I just wanted to talk a little bit about what's happening at the Oroville Dam. Today we had an evacuation, and I wanted to talk a little bit about it. You may or may not know that Oroville Dam, which happens to be the tallest dam in the United States, they had a problem with their spillway, and they were trying to keep it from eroding, so they cut the water release back, the quantity that they were releasing. The problem is we still had water coming in from the Sierras from the recent rains that we had had, and they knew that they weren't releasing enough, that it was probably going to have to go over the auxiliary spillway, which is just a lower part of the dam over to the left, looking at the dam, to the left of the spillway. And the dam was built or completed, inaugurated, whatever, in 1968. And so this will be the first time it's ever crested over that auxiliary spillway. So they were quite concerned about that, and they've been talking about it the last few days. They went ahead and cleared some trees down below, and I think they had to deal with some power lines and some other things like that also. Anyway, it started going over, I believe, early Saturday morning, and everything was fine until today about 4:45, roughly, or somewhere around there, 4:30. I got a text, an emergency evacuation text. Now, where I live, I can actually, if it weren't for trees around my house and stuff, I could be able to see the dam. Where I live, it's a wonderful part of California. If I look one way, I can see the Oroville Dam, and if I look the other way, I can see the Sutter Buttes. So one way, I have the tallest dam in the United States, and the other way, I have the shortest mountain range in the United States. So anyway, we've got it all right here. Back to the spillway. Supposedly, it was put down to bedrock. That's my understanding of what they did with it. But as I've been watching videos this last pretty much all weekend long, just trying to figure out what's happening with it, I can see that it started like side going around, not just over that auxiliary spillway, but it was flooding the parking lot near where the boat ramps are, and it was kind of coming around the side too. So it eroded a road underneath it, and it eroded some other stuff. But the main reason that they did the evacuation is they were afraid that it was going to erode away. It's a concrete overspill, the auxiliary overflow. But they said that they had seen that it was eroding quicker than they had thought it would. I don't know. It's all concrete down to supposedly bedrock. I know it's going to wash away all the topsoil. You know, it's never been used in the 40 some odd years, 48 years or so that the dam has been in existence. The fear is that it was going to undercut the auxiliary spillway and make that part collapse and cause a 30-foot wall of flash flood coming down that part of the side of the dam. It wouldn't affect the dam itself. The dam per se is, off to the side of that, so it wouldn't physically damage that. But it would inundate the basin down below with the direction that the river flows, and of course, it's more capacity than the levees, other things like that can handle. Anyway, beside from that, we got the evacuation orders, and I don't know. It just seemed that leaving was more dangerous than staying, just because nothing's happened yet. And I hope nothing happens, of course. I got my home and beautiful farmland around, and a lot of people make their living around here. But I just went to the other side of the county. I went a little north of where the issue is, and I have to say, I was going less than 30 miles, and it took me an hour and 25 minutes to go probably about 22 miles, between 22 and 25 miles. It was just bumper to bumper traffic, and people were like freaking out or something. I don't know, because I saw an accident with a big pickup truck rolled off one side of the road, and an SUV rolled off into a ditch on its side into a canal. So people weren't paying attention, definitely. For the most part, that was within 10 miles. This is all within 10 miles of where I live. And I was going about between 3 and 6 miles per hour because everybody was leaving at the same time, and from towns south of me are coming through. And mind you, this is on all the back roads too. The main highways were already chock full, is my understanding by this time. But so I saw those two cars, and then a half a mile up the road, which was several minutes later, there was another car that had been in an accident, and they just left it. It's just sitting there with the flashers going. So everybody's going around that. And these are kind of some of the things that's making the traffic move so slow. And then I did see other people pulled off, and I don't know if they were just waiting for the traffic to go, or I assume a lot of people don't even know where they're going. They just know they're going north. But I did see all the accidents, and the first few gas stations I saw were all packed and full. It was just, it seemed dangerous. And as I was sitting there in my car, moving between 3 and 6 miles per hour, I thought, if that thing were to break and flood this area right here, I wouldn't have anywhere to go. It's in my area, it's all flat land where, 200 feet above sea level, which is about the base of the dam, in elevation. I had nowhere to go, and I'm thinking, would I be safer upstairs in my in my house? It was just a question I pondered, and something to think about. If you live in an area that has any kind of flood, earthquake, which I have both of those, but if you have any kind of threats of anything like that, it's really good to sit and think about what you need and what you need to pack, and get things ready. For me, I knew where all my papers were, my important papers. I grabbed those. Hardest part was getting the cat in the carrier, And once I got her in there, she's fine. But it's those are little things you end up noticing. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing fine out there, and I'll let you know what happens with this, and hopefully nobody gets hurt. Hopefully nobody gets hurt tonight. A lot of the evacuation places got filled up. I think people are sleeping in their cars and stuff, and hope everyone stays safe. Anyway, please continue to watch my videos. I'm starting to see a lot more people watching them now, and it's exciting. So thank you very much. All you that were there from the beginning, that's great. I just want to shout out hello to you and thanks. So, all right. Well, take care, and I hope you have a good week.